Have you ever stood in front of a hotel reception desk, looking at the receptionist, and suddenly felt your mind go completely blank?
I know that feeling so well. You have practiced your English. You know what you need. But the moment you step up to the counter, your heart starts beating a little faster.
It happens to so many of us. Checking in at a hotel for the first time in English can feel like a big test, but it is actually a wonderful chance to build your real-world confidence.
Exactly. Welcome to today's episode for intermediate English learners. I am Thomas.
And I am Laura. Today, we are going to explore how to handle checking in at a hotel calmly, clearly, and without stress.
You will listen to a natural conversation, learn practical expressions, reflect on your own travel experiences, and practice speaking through guided shadowing.
By the end of this episode, you will have a set of clear tools you can use the next time you step up to a front desk anywhere in the world.
Imagine walking into a brightly lit hotel lobby after a long journey. You can hear the soft murmur of other guests talking, the gentle sound of suitcases rolling across smooth tile floors, and the smell of fresh coffee coming from the lounge nearby.
You are tired from traveling, carrying your bags, and all you want is the key to your room so you can sit down and relax. But first, you have to talk to the person behind the desk in English.
That moment can feel overwhelming because traveling makes us tired. And when we are tired, speaking a foreign language takes extra effort.
That is a great point. When we are tired, we worry about making mistakes. We wonder, what if I do not understand what they ask me? What if there is a problem with my booking?
I remember the very first time I had to check into a hotel in another country by myself. I was standing in line, repeating my reservation name in my head over and over again like a robot.
That is so relatable. In my experience, we often focus so much on saying everything perfectly that we forget the receptionist is just there to help us.
Right. They do this hundreds of times a day. They are not judging your English. They just need a few basic details to give you your key.
Exactly. One expression that really helps in this situation is to have something ready. For example, you can say, I have a reservation under the name Laura.
To have a reservation under a name means that the booking is stored in their computer system using your name. It is a very natural and polite way to start the conversation.
Another useful expression when you arrive is, I would like to check in, please. It is simple, clear, and immediately tells the receptionist what you need.
That leads me to a question for you, Laura. Do you prefer booking everything online in advance, or do you like asking questions at the front desk when you arrive?
I always book online in advance, but I still like to ask a few questions at the counter, like asking for a quiet room or checking the breakfast time. What about you?
To be honest, I used to be so nervous about asking extra questions that I would just take the key and run to my room, even if they gave me a room right next to the noisy elevator.
I can relate to that. Many language learners stay silent because they do not want to cause trouble or make a mistake. But asking for what you need is part of a good travel experience.
It really is. And that brings us to today's golden sentence, which captures this exact idea.
Here is today's golden sentence. Clear communication and a polite attitude can turn a stressful check-in into a smooth start to your trip.
Let's look at what it means. It means you do not need perfect grammar or advanced words. Being clear, staying calm, and being polite will carry you through any situation at reception.
Now, let's practice this sentence together in our first guided shadowing section. We will break it into natural parts. Listen first.
Clear communication and a polite attitude.
Now repeat the first part. Clear communication and a polite attitude.
Can turn a stressful check-in
Let's add the next part. Can turn a stressful check-in
into a smooth start to your trip.
Now say the final part. Into a smooth start to your trip.
Excellent. Now let's put the whole sentence together. Try saying it in your natural voice.
Clear communication and a polite attitude can turn a stressful check-in into a smooth start to your trip.
Good. Keep that sentence with you whenever you travel.
Now, let's listen to a complete realistic scenario. Thomas and I will act out a conversation at a hotel reception desk. Notice how simple phrases keep the interaction smooth and calm. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Grandview Hotel. How can I help you today?
Good afternoon. I would like to check in, please. I have a reservation under the name Thomas Wright.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Let me look that up for you. Yes, I see you're booking for 2 nights in a standard double room. May I have your passport and a credit card for security, please?
Of course. Here you go. Also, if possible, could I request a quiet room away from the main street?
Let me check our system. Yes, we have a nice room available on the 4th floor facing the inner courtyard. It should be very peaceful.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you so much. Could you tell me what time breakfast is served in the morning?
Breakfast is served in the main dining room from 7 to 10 in the morning. Here is your key card. You are in room 402 on the 4th floor. The elevators are just behind you on the left.
Thank you for your help. Is Wi-Fi included in the room rate?
Yes, free Wi-Fi is included. The password is printed right here on your key folder. Do you need any assistance with your luggage?
No, thank you. I can manage. Have a nice afternoon.
You too, Mr. Wright. Enjoy your stay with us.
That was a very realistic conversation. Notice how simple phrases like, "Could I request a quiet room?" or "Is Wi-Fi included?" made the exchange clear and helpful.
Absolutely. Let's look closely at 5 key vocabulary items and natural expressions we used in that scenario and throughout our talk today.
The first expression is to look something up. Laura said, "Let me look that up for you." This means to search for information in a system, computer, or book.
For example, if the receptionist cannot find your name immediately, you might hear them say, "Give me 1 moment while I look up your details."
The second phrase is to be included in the rate. This means that a service like breakfast or Wi-Fi is already paid for as part of the total price.
A great question to memorize is breakfast included in the rate? It helps you avoid unexpected extra charges when you leave.
Our third word is request. To request something simply means to ask for something politely. Instead of saying, "I want a quiet room," saying, "I would like to request a quiet room," sounds much more soft and polite.
The fourth phrase is to manage. When Laura asked if Thomas needed help with his bags, he said, "I can manage." This means I am able to do it myself without help.
And the fifth expression is facing the courtyard. Facing describes the direction a room or window looks toward. A room facing the street might be noisy, while a room facing the garden or courtyard is usually quiet.
Now it is time for our second guided shadowing practice. We will practice a short exchange from the scenario. I will play the receptionist, and you, the listener, will play the guest with Thomas guiding you.
Listen to the lines first. Laura says, "Welcome to the hotel. How can I help you today?" You will say, "Hello. I would like to check in, please. I have a reservation under my name."
Welcome to the hotel. How can I help you today?
Now, repeat your line out loud. "Hello. I would like to check in, please. I have a reservation under my name."
Thank you. May I have your passport, please?
Now reply to Laura, "Of course. Here you go. Is breakfast included in the rate?"
Excellent work! Practicing these exact spoken lines builds muscle memory so your voice knows what to do when you are actually at a counter.
Now, let's take a moment for some reflective listener questions. Think about your own travel habits and feelings.
Here is our first question. How do you usually feel when you have to speak English in a new or unfamiliar place?
Take a moment to think. You can answer in 1 or 2 simple sentences.
A possible B1 answer could be, I usually feel a bit nervous at first, but once I start talking, I feel more relaxed.
Here's another question for you. What is one special request you always like to make when staying at a hotel?
Think about your own experience. What would your answer be?
A possible answer might be, I always ask for a room on a high floor because I like having a nice view and less street noise.
There are no wrong answers here. The goal is simply to practice expressing your preferences in simple, clear English.
That brings us to our practical takeaway for today's episode. One small, practical action you can take right now.
Before your next trip, write down 3 simple key phrases on a small piece of paper or in your phone notes. Your reservation name phrase, your question about breakfast, and 1 special request.
Keeping those 3 lines ready in your hand takes away the pressure of remembering everything on the spot. It gives your mind a feeling of safety and preparation.
Let's do a quick review of everything we covered in today's episode.
We talked about the natural anxiety of checking into a hotel in English and how staying calm and clear makes a massive difference.
We practiced our golden sentence. Clear communication and a polite attitude can turn a stressful check-in into a smooth start to your trip.
We learned key travel expressions like to have a reservation under a name, to look something up, to be included in the rate, to request something, and saying, I can manage.
We walked through a realistic front desk conversation, practiced guided shadowing, and reflected on our own travel choices.
Let's repeat our golden sentence one last time together.
Clear communication and a polite attitude can turn a stressful check-in into a smooth start to your trip.
Thank you so much for spending this quiet, reflective learning time with us today. Speaking a new language with confidence is not about being perfect. It is about taking small, steady steps every single day.
You are doing wonderful work just by listening and practicing along with us. Keep going.
Before we say goodbye, we have one final question for you today.
What is the very first thing you like to do when you finally open the door and walk into your hotel room?
Share your answer with us in the YouTube comments below. We would love to read your stories and practice English together in the comments.
Until next time, take care, travel safely, and keep enjoying your English journey.